What's going on, FG fam? Welcome to the first official episode of the Rice Owls Dynasty on NCAA Basketball 10. Last time out, we saw that Juice Manley would be taking over the Rice Owls this time here, as we are playing on all-conference difficulty with some sliders found on Operation Sports. I have great faith in this, and let's introduce the team. DJ Jones at center, Francisco Fibok at power forward. We have Latavius Jackson at small forward, and then Don Watson and Michael Bender will be our backcourt, kind of as point guard slash shooting guards. They both shoot relatively well, so hopefully they will be decent enough to put some points up on the scoreboard for us. We will have Glass, who is not a user prospect. He's a senior, and he's only a 73 bench player. I didn't really want to give him to anyone. He's one of only two seniors on the team. At least one of the seniors is really good and a starter. So that was kind of my thought process there. But let's take a look at all of the other teams in the conference as well, as Harper Clem will be a sophomore member of the East Carolina Pirates. Now, one thing I do want to mention with user prospects, they will have a chance to get into NBA 2K22 draft classes for our Houston Rockets. My NBA, these two series will be connecting side by side. Miguel Cruz has been selected to be the small forward of our in-state rivals, the Houston Cougars. He will be joined by point guard Zach Slater, who for some reason is on the bench at this time. Now, the Marshall Thundering Herd have Michael Lee at shooting guard, so we'll see what they can do with him. Ricky Akers is a power forward, and he is currently coming off of the bench for Marshall. But like I said, I just increased every user player's ratings to be dominant forces in this conference, so maybe they'll change that up a little bit as the season goes. Same may go for the Memphis Tigers, as they have the two Joshes currently on the bench in Josh Jordan as a small forward and Josh Owens as the point guard. So I did create all these players in the images in which you wanted them made. Jersey numbers are not guaranteed because for some reason jersey numbers in this game are very fickle, as Jay Bando is shown with another in-state rival, the SMU Mustangs. We'll see how your players end up doing, not only in games against us, but we'll probably be taking a look at conference records, conference statistics throughout the season. E.J. Moeller is a Southern Miss Golden Eagle, so he will be the leader of that squad. I tried to pick players that were younger and maybe had another season if they decided to stay in school, as Alonzo King is shown as a redshirt. Do not know if they're going to keep that thing on Alonzo King. If they do, he'll just be a redshirt sophomore next year, and he'll probably be one of the better NBA draft prospects when his time does come. Thomas Nichols, a junior point guard on the Tulane Green Wave, though they got him starting at shooting guard, so that should be interesting. We'll see going forward how that works out for them. Looking at the Tulsa, is it the Golden Hurricane or something like that? Tulsa has one of the more interesting guys in Tuttle. I love Tuttle on this team, but he is not a user prospect. They do have Sanders, who is incredible, and James Jones. Those two guys are the user prospects. Sanders wanted to be made as a pure shooter. He's a hell of a shooter. I'm telling you, I don't know how we're going to stop them. The UAB Blazers have some interesting guys as well. They have Jimbo Thomas, a power forward, but he can shoot not only from close but from deep as well. They also have Bradley Barker, who is one of the best freshmen in the country at a 79 overall, with some good shooting as well. So that is a team we're going to have to look out for, not only for now but for seasons to come. UAB definitely has a shot in this conference. Blake Carr Jr. is a junior, and he is the star center at UCF. Rucker is their other guy, Chaz Rucker, the sophomore point guard. He's pretty good himself, can shoot from anywhere on the floor, so we're definitely going to have to watch out for this UCF squad as well as UTEP. That is right, UTEP, the four-star program. They have this Holcomb guy already on the squad, but Tyus Buckley, the junior at 85 overall, is definitely somebody we're going to have to keep our eye on and key in on when we do face UTEP. But right now we have our opener of the season at home at the Tudor Fieldhouse against in-state rival, the Texas State Bobcats. And we will see how this one went. And let me tell you, it probably wasn't the prettiest opener. Right away, Texas State out of the gate with the first bucket of the game. But look at this, Latavius Jackson from the perimeter with a three ball. Later on in the first half, there's the pass into the corner. You can't leave open shooters in the corner. Texas State would have a 9-3 lead with 10:22 remaining in the first half. Look at this work down low against three Owls to secure a 9-0 run for Texas State. Later on, it's 13-5. We got Don Watson, thought he hit a shot from outside, but it was a long two for Don Watson. Don Watson is a guy we definitely expect to take a lot of deep balls. He is definitely a three-point hitter. Here's a nice pass inside for Texas State, and Beasley really was on a roll early in this ball game. Then a nice pass inside for Texas, for Rice to come in and get it to a 7-point game. But look at the dunk down low. Texas State just had this inside game going the entire time. Glass out to Levesque, who makes a beautiful three ball coming off the bench. A lot of the bench players for Rice making an impact, and we really love seeing that. Here's Glass, the senior, with the three ball. Nearing the end of the first half. It's a 16-point game later here in the second half, and Bender for a three. Big hit there to keep us in the ball game, but a 15-point game later on in this second half. It was just not looking good in our opener, and I think part of the reason is we didn't really have an inside game. The outside shooting was probably our best part of the game, but even that, not a high percentage. You're seeing the good highlights as Watson nailed one from deep as well. We were trying to get back into the ball game at this point, 42-30. Bender passes it outside. Fabak gets it over to Watson in the corner for three. Some of these passes around the horn were really well done throughout the game, and it definitely helped us out. But an 11-point game with 7:49 to go, and look at the lapse defensively in transition. Devin Beasley ends the day with 14 points, 13 boards. Texas State comes away with a 20-point win. DJ Jones didn't score a single point. He did get 6 rebounds. Fabak had 6 points, 8 boards, 7 points for Latavius Jackson despite his hot start in the game. Watson had 12, Bender had 9, and Glass had 3. Frederick and Levesque, the only ones who could come off the bench and provide any sort of spark or points. Beasley, of course, was their player of the game, but they also had this man, Ray Lawrence, a junior who scored 21 on us. So we are definitely going to have to get better. Look at this. Looking at the team stats, they win every single category. Points, boards, assists, steals, blocks, turnovers, just everything. There was nothing we could win on in this game. And if you're going to play a game like that, there's no shot you're going to have to win it. So getting into the second game of the season, as I do plan to show about 4 games per episode in tight little highlights. Let me know what you think of that. Don Watson, Grant Hopkins, the 2 stars of this one. Southeast Louisiana. You would think it would be easy. There's a nice hit from the outside for Watson. An 8-9 ball game early in the first half. Not too bad. Watson hits another 3. 6 points on 2 of 4 shooting early in the game. Then there's Watson in the corner for three later in the first. 20-17 lead. They would go ahead and tie it up with a make and one on a foul. Then look at this beautiful shot over the outstretched arm of our defender there, but a nice shot, 24-20. Here's Glass with a very nice drive. The senior really providing a lot more than I expected him to early in the season. So it's good to see this veteran leadership. There he is again hitting a corner three ball. But we're still down 3 here in the second half, and Bender ties it up. So this one just going back and forth in their arena. Bender again with another 3 to tie it, as this second half was exhilarating. Watson with another 3-ball. Rice took a lead right there. 2-point lead for Southeast Louisiana. They would extend that to 5. Later on here, a 6-point lead, and look at the work down low. Again, that is a common denominator in these games, and these, well, I'll just say it now, in these losses. The common denominator, the work down low, and then when they finally do hit a shot from outside, like right there, it's tough. We're doing some work down low. The kickouts definitely work for our Owls team. But here, a 9-point lead in favor of Southeast Louisiana. We got an open shooter in the corner. It's Adams for 3. Very nice shot. So an 8-point lead from Southeast Louisiana with 4:53 to go. Watson trying to do some work. Had to pass it over to Adams. Get it back. Throw it in the corner to Glass for 3. I love the work around the horn. It reminds me of the movie Hoosiers. But a 6-point game here. Nice block, but he's able to get it back and put it in. You gotta stay with the ball. There's a 3-ball at the end of the game, trying to keep us alive. A pass back out. Bender double covered. He gets it over to Watson, who tries to hit a 3. No good as time expires. And it is a 9-point win for Southeast Louisiana. Not a team I thought would beat us this year. Don Watson did provide 25 points in a 67-58 loss, but I think we're getting better little by little. Fabak didn't get any points. Neither did Jones. The big men, that's what I'm saying, down low. We got to kick it more into them down low for some easy buckets. We just haven't been doing that thus far. Bender with 11, Watson with 25, Jackson with another 7 spot, and Glass with 8 points. Adams had 5 off the bench, so good for him. There's Durham, 12 points, 9 boards. Donaldson, 10 points, 8 boards. They were really kicking it down low to their big guys, and it shows because they definitely beat us on the inside game. They had more steals than us. We had more rebounds and assists, which is kind of weird, but we have to stop turning the ball over as well, and we have to get to the line. We don't get to the line nearly enough. They get to the line a lot more than we do. So we'll see if we can improve that in San Jose, California against the Sparties. San Jose State, Shaka O'Connell, the guy to watch out for. Of course, they're going to tell you to watch Michael Bender. Here's Jackson down low. He loves scoring that first bucket. He gets down there. It's a 7-6 ball game in favor of Rice here in this first half. But look at the 3-ball. San Jose State trying to hit some big shots. Here's Bender. Nice drive. Made it a point to try to get the ball down low a little bit more, even if it was with guards. But there's San Jose State combating that with Wallace getting a big bucket for them. There's a nice mid-range shot. Looked like maybe could have been an and one, but no call. Here's a kick outside to Watson for 3. Rice with that 2-point lead. 4 minutes about left in that first half. Look at the block, but they just stay with it. We have got to do a better job at getting that. And then we pick up a foul. They get an and one. They're up by 3 points at this point with 3:03 to go. But Levesque with a beautiful 3 from outside. Love seeing what he's been contributing off the bench, so shouts out to him. 26 all, last shot of the first half. Look at that. Down low, Shaka O'Connell with a nice assist. San Jose State holds a small lead. Then they come out of the half right away, scoring some points as they get the small bucket there. Bender moves over, hits the 3. Very good in movement. Here's Latavius Jackson. Can't move any further. He passes it over. We find Fabak in the corner for 3. Not something I thought I was going to call today, but there it is. Bender with a nice drive and lay-in. And suddenly we've got a 3-point lead with 11:28 to go in the ball game. But that exasperates right there with the 3 ball from San Jose State. They come back the other way, now down 3 points, make it down 1. Now they're up 1 as they get a bucket without us doing it. And look at the bank off the glass. The kiss. 3-point game until we tie it up with another deep ball. Obviously, in typical college basketball fashion, we will live and die with this 3-point shot. Rice 51, San Jose State 50 with 4:24 to go. Inside pass, that was so good. I don't know how we would have been able to stop that. Here comes Watson down low with a nice bucket. That's a very good take to tie it up at 55 with 1:40 to go. A block on San Jose State, but they, again, stay with it and get it. Corral it for the lead, but look at this. We take the lead with a 3 ball the other way. It's a 1-point lead. San Jose State gets a big bucket to get a 1-point lead back. We've got to keep scoring with them, and there's a big miss by Adams down low as we try to stick with it down low, but it just didn't work out in that particular situation. And look at the spin and the drive. San Jose State takes that 3-point lead. We now feel the pressure to tie it, but Jackson loses the ball. Going the other way for San Jose State. They kick it outside, and we've got a foul with time running out. They hit their free throws, and that is the day. Michael Bender does get 20 points, 5 boards. He had a very big day for us, but it's a 3-point loss on the road in California. But again, baby steps. We are getting better every step of the way, it seems like. Jones this time does get points. 2 points, 12 boards, 3 for Fabak. That 1 3-pointer he hit from outside, he had 5 boards as well. Jackson, Bender, and Watson all in the double digits for us. For the Spartans, it was Devin Gaskins, 17 points and 5 boards as the center. 6 points, 15 boards for Perkins, and Wallace added another 14 points. It was actually not their backcourt that beat us. They were really good down low. We did have a focus down low, but they just beat us down there. They had more steals than we did. They had less fouls, less turnovers. That is a big part of it. They hit the same amount of free throws as we did, though. Their field goal percentage was a bit better, and they shot a little better from 3, though they didn't really take that many 3-point shots. Now back home at the Tudor Fieldhouse at 0-3 to play the Wichita State team that has been very famous in the NCAA tournament. A lot of people love Wichita State, but we don't today. There's Watson from deep getting us started off. Then another 3 ball, make it 8-6 as Wichita State was on a bit of a run there. Tied at 13, we hit the 3 ball to take the lead. Tudor Fieldhouse is rocking early on. Glass from deep, and the senior hits a big 3 ball. And we are rocking right there with Wichita State, which in my opinion would be the best team we would have beaten if we could beat one of these 4 teams in this episode today. They're down low. We do a nice job to get a 3-point lead. Can we hold on to it? Can we play with it? There's Adams down low. Glass from outside. Nice passing, man. Some of these assists that we do come up with are really good. That was a foul. We also got the end one. So a 4-point play. Then a shot from the corner by Jackson is good. Here in this second half, holding on to a 6-point lead. We'll see if we can hold on to it by the end. There's a 3 for Wichita. Not something we see a lot of, but big points. And then the big man down low, he's excited about it. Big points from him. Wichita State, before you know it, they're up 3 points. Here's Bender to tie the game. Get this crowd back involved with time starting to expire. Another 3 ball to tie it the other way. So tied at 56 with 5:40 to go. A lot of nice passing from Wichita. They hit one from deep. Could be a sharpshooting contest. They're up 5 at this point, and then a nice move down low, picking up the foul as well. Wichita State held a 10-point lead. and then we just could not get deep balls to drop at this point. Now we would have to start fouling with 1 minute and 14 seconds left. We try to get a trap going. They're passing out of the trap and getting buckets down low. So now as a 12-point game, Levesque comes in. He hits a 3. It's just not enough. Bender led us with 13 points, but Derek Major, who was the guy in pregame that they told us to watch out for, we clearly didn't do enough watching out for. Jones, though, with another 6 points, 5 rebounds. Fabak with 6 points, 10 rebounds, so that's good to see us getting it down low to some of the big men. Jackson, Watson, and Bender all with double-digit points again. This time you can add the senior Glass to that list. I feel like we're getting better, but defensively in this one, we couldn't stop Wichita State. Most of the time in the other 3 games in this episode, we faced teams that really weren't trying to hit a ton of 3 balls on us, but in this particular game, Wichita was totally content in hitting some 3 balls. So we've got to watch for that going forward. They had more assists. They had more steals. They had less fouls and less turnovers. That seems to be a common thing. We really need to stop turning the ball over, make smart passes. Sometimes we get a little crazy with a lot of passes, and it could lead to some turnovers. We've got to watch out for that. Watson does lead us in scoring, and Bender is our second leading scorer. They're the only 2 averaging double digits in scoring right now. Jackson is number 3, of course, in that category. So these are the numbers for all of your user guys, and Glass, who is included but is not a user. I didn't want to give anybody a senior who is a bench player on our team. I didn't think that to be fair. Looking at the conference standings, UAB and Tulsa are 4-0. Tulsa gets a ranking at number 21. We'll take a look at that next. We and Tulane are the 2 0-4 teams, but we have been very close in games thus far. Not really getting blown out, and I like that because it gives us a chance. Texas, California, Michigan State, Georgia Tech, and Maryland are the top 5 teams. Duke, Syracuse, Villanova, Butler, and North Carolina round out the top 10. Some of the more interesting teams, including teams like Purdue, Tennessee, Minnesota, Tulsa, of course. Dayton is undefeated and in the top 25 as well. So that means that in the next episode, if we can get four games of highlights in, it will be Southern Utah, it will be Colorado State, Bradley, and Drexel in the next episode. Let me know how you like the format of the videos thus far in the comments section below. Any other comments you have are appreciated because they do count as engagement on YouTube. If you want to help this channel grow, make sure you drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you are not. I know most people that watch these videos aren't even subs, so make sure you double check. Make sure you turn it from red to gray and help us out over here. We greatly appreciate it. If you guys made it to the end of the video, you are legends. Make sure you put one of our future opponents in the comments section below. If you did make it to the end, you're an absolute legend. And make sure you check out links to my Discord and my Twitch in the description. Come hang out with us outside of just YouTube in this great community that we are building thus far. If you guys want to see more franchise, make sure you click right here to see some more franchise.